Yet another Super Mario Odyssey bingo match. This is short lockout between Zypher and Bugfish. I'm Awesome Agron.
I'm Tribe Athens.
Alrighty. Both of these runners are definitely experienced in the scene of the game. Both are, relatively good at bingo as well. However, this is lockout, so those rules don't exactly apply, so let's just chuck that all out the window. In terms of the times, I feel like they're relatively comparable. So I feel like we're gonna see some pretty close races to goals potentially if they end up going for the same stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm really excited for this.
Right, yeah, because this is your first short lockout com, right?
Yeah. I do want to say that the layout does seem to be a bit off right now with the bingo.
Right, right. So hopefully they address that and fix it, and we'll be right on our way. Bugfish opting to set up the DSTA. It's not as important in lockout, but it's definitely still something to consider. So good on Bugfish for recognizing that, setting it to 152, so that way they have a little bit of stuff to do in Cascade. They still might be able to hit up that Sand Seed with no issue. Zypher opting not to do the DSTA, but that's okay. Okay, there's our card. So let's start talking about it. So when you're dealing with lockout, the actual placement of the goals doesn't really matter. So
Yeah.
that's nice. However, when you're also dealing with lockout, you're also looking at 25 goals simultaneously and trying to figure out, okay, what is the best plan of action and what do I believe my opponent is not going to go for? And if they do go for it, can I beat them before it?
Right. And so I would think that probably the one that is most likely to be gone for first right here is probably 30 Regional Coins Cascade.
See, you would think that, however, while I was practicing this mode this week, I've realized that Cascade Regionals are kind of a beginner's trap, and let me explain why.
Okay.
So,
You got
there's
time.
20 regionals at the front of the kingdom, right?
Right.
So, 20 regionals Cascade might be reasonable to go for. However, if you're going for 30, you would have to perform, some kind of first moon skip if you expect to get to it before your opponent. And, that does exist on 1.3 with the wet FMS variation where they go along the side. It's not the same as the 1.0 variant, but, it's still relatively easy and not too bad to perform. Because obviously, if you get that first moon, you're going to waste time and you might not get the goal. However,
In this
um,
case.
however, because it's lockout, you don't know if that's going to
Yeah.
happen, and it just... I don't know. I feel like Cascade Regionals in general, while practicing this, just are not worth going for. However, there is 30 and 35, so
Yeah.
it's possible these runners are eyeing it and are like, maybe I should go for that. And
Yeah.
this might be especially true on this card, because I also see a 125, a 35 regional sand, and a 25 regional lake, which is another thing that I would like to point out with lockout. You're mostly looking for your win condition, and that can be a cluster of goals that you go throughout the game, whether it's, you see a bunch of cap goals early on, so you just backtrack immediately and snag all of them, or
Right.
mainly focus on regionals throughout your game, because this will tell your opponent, hey, these are mine. If you want to go for these, we're going to have to battle for it.
Right.
So, whoever marks that 30 regionals cascade first might already be claiming a good bit of territory.
Right, but they're doing it.
Hmm.
Both sides are doing it. I do want to,
Oh.
while we're still in Cascade, I want to point out the also 14 Moons
Bugfish
Cascade.
bonking, that could be a problem.
Yeah. But yeah, pointing out 14 moons total for this kingdom, and also 4 moons from sub areas on this board.
Hmm. The other thing to note is small mistakes at the start of your run in a normal triple are basically irrelevant because, you're still in the planning stage. Nothing really matters. In short lockout, it means a lot. That can really, not only mess up your mindset, but also mess up the starting plan that you had for, like, the goals that you plan to go for.
Right, because it's absolutely all about just who can get to the goal first.
Absolutely. And even if you don't plan to get any starting goals until you reach sand, you still want to get there as fast as possible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and yeah, someone in chat pointing out 3 moons from 8-bit sections, and that can completely be done in this kingdom. So.
Not quite.
Oh,
They can grab
two
two.
can be done. Sorry,
They
two
can
can be
grab
done.
2, not 3.
Sorry,
However,
sorry.
if they get both, it'll set them up nicely to just snag it at the start of sand. However, I don't believe that's the play here. I definitely feel like, I definitely feel like Cascade might not be the play overall here.
Okay.
Like, it's good on this card, but you also have to think about the long term, because then
Right.
not
We're getting
only are you
close to
thinking...
this goal, so like.
Right.
Yeah.
So not only are you thinking about what you're doing, you have to think about what your opponent's doing, and you still need to think about how much kingdom progression am I going to need to claim a win with, reasonable error. Because, there's the possibility that your plan doesn't fully work out, so you want to have backups in mind.
Yeah. So Bugfish getting a Luigi Hintard, and then also successfully getting the 35, the 30 and the 35. So Zypher has wasted the time, and Bugfish is able to get those first 2 goals.
It's very interesting. So, assuming Zypher... Oh no! That is really bad. If he got that, I would say it would have been fine, but that's really bad. That's actually catastrophic. Getting DSS, though, so maybe he'll still be okay. Okay. So, that sucked, but it wasn't the worst possible outcome. Zypher really backing that up well. Anyways, Bugfish already marking those regional goals, so again, that might tell Zypher to just steer clear of those and work on some other stuff. However, the thing with regional goals is they are easily snipeable, so it's possible Zypher might not fully, ignore them, because that could potentially mess up Bugfish. So there's just a lot of, mind gaming going on with this mode. It's very hectic and nonsensical sometimes.
And that's why I love it, and that's why, yeah, I don't know.
Should have been a best of 3, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
That is beside the point. So
I mean, we'll get to see this come about. But that's the other thing I would discuss with you. Like, this format isn't gone after this round. We'll see it again in losers.
Of course. And because this tournament is mixed format and we're just testing the waters for other stuff, there might be potential for a lockout tournament in the future. Which might not be my cup of tea, but I'm sure a lot of other people would really enjoy it.
I think it would be really exciting to watch, but yes, that will be where, like, speed comes more into play than strategy.
Because, I've been trying to, formulate a meta for this, and I'm losing my mind trying to figure out consistent strategies for this.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to, if you just are faster at this game, you're just gonna win. So...
well, I mean, yeah, it definitely helps to know your opponent as well.
That's true, but, that's the problem, where, I feel like where the other formats benefit from the idea of, you don't need to be amazing at mechanics. If you're amazing at routing, you will do well. Where in Lockout, that doesn't really seem to be the case.
I actually don't fully agree with that. You still need some routing knowledge with Lockout, because remember how I was saying the kingdom progression is important? If you're just going directly to the goals, you're not collecting anything in between, which means that you're not progressing through the kingdoms. At least quickly. So, you could run into potential issues later on because of that.
Yeah. And you see that, actually, with Zypher already leaving Cascade, while Bugfish is still going for Cascade goals.
I mean, that's perfectly fine. Zypher has first grabs on all of the sand goals, so... it's definitely possible that Zypher was eyeing some stuff. In terms of sand on this card, I don't see too much that's worthy and fast to go for. 5 checkpoints. Could be doing a costume set immediately, 1 moon from Wooden Crate. There's definitely some stuff that he could snag immediately, which is good. And Bugfish staying in Cascade is risky, because that means that Bugfish is falling behind significantly on that kingdom progression. That could be very valuable later on.
I'm definitely seeing now how that strategy comes into play, because, even though it makes sense to, stay here to get these, as, Bugfish is gonna fail that jump, gonna have to retry it.
There's also another interesting thing that I've noticed with Lockout. If there's like two goals that are relatively high and difficult to get, like say for example on this card, you have 24 sand and I think I also saw 26 sand. If you just mark the 24 and then just leave the 26, you kind of already have it claimed more than likely. Because your opponent seeing that you marked the 24 means that they're probably not going to bother with that 26 unless if it's a last resort. So you could leave it for later, and, you know, I'm not sure if this, you know, technique has an official name, but I'm just going to call it edging, because you're only getting one of two potential goals, and leaving it for the other opponent to just think about as a last resort. So...
Fun strategy. Oh my god, Bugfish failing immensely at this 2D section.
Yeah, I've kind of just been talking about strategies and stuff. Yeah, Bugfish definitely struggling in this area. It's unfortunate. And that's just gonna leave Zypher more time to snag easy sand stuff. He's warping back to the Odyssey. Why is he warping back to the Odyssey? Don't leave.
He's leaving.
Why? Why? Not like this. He got one moon. There was no reason to leave.
No, I guess
And Bugfish is marking Cascade stuff, so...
Is he going back to Cap? He's going to Cap.
He knows that Bugfish is in Cascade, so
Yes.
why not just finish Sand at that point?
I understand that. I think he's just committed to his route, and it makes sense to go... I mean, like, I get what he's doing of going back to Cap.
Right, but is there enough stuff in Cap to justify doing that backtrack?
There's 4 moons, there's 1 timer challenge,
I guess he could get 4 souvenirs, potentially, when he goes back to Sand.
Yeah.
I just don't see much in Cap to justify. I mean, he'll get purchased 2 hats more than likely.
I don't think there's an 8-bit, is there?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Wait,
in Cap? No, definitely not.
1 moon from Keys. I think that's also in there, right?
No.
Damn it, I don't know anything. Okay, well, in that case, I guess it's just for purchasing stuff. So hats, souvenirs. Like, that's the only other way. And then captures as well, I guess.
Right. So, let's update the score a little bit. So, Cypher at 3, Bugfish at 4?
Yeah. Yes.
I can count, hooray.
Good job. Yeah, this by the way, this tracker's only for us. Like, this isn't shown on screen anywhere.
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, wait, there used to be numbers on the way out. What did they do with the numbers?
They're not here.
They're gone. They're gone. What happens to the numbers?
No! The numbers! We need the numbers!
I actually don't understand. I thought that was a good idea, but I guess they thought otherwise. I mean, to be fair, it did kind of camouflage into the way out. Yeah. Because at first I didn't notice them, and then someone pointed it out to me, and I'm like, oh, so they do have a way to keep track of it on the stream. And then they got rid of it, so... I don't know, man. I give up.
They're just for us.
Just for us.
Smile. Oh, Zypher missing the jump there. Having a lot of trouble in the frog room.
Actually using the frog, kinda epic.
Yeah.
So Bugfish immediately going for regionals, so that definitely confirmed my suspicion about what he's planning to do here for a win condition. Which makes me really think, why didn't Zypher snag that? I just don't think Zypher really understands the, you know, mind game and trickery. He's just going for everything that he can do quickly. But because of that, he's cost himself a lot of kingdom progression and time.
Yeah.
I really don't think Cap was the play here. There just wasn't enough to go back for.
Yeah, and Bugfish trying to snag purchase 2 hats I don't believe is going to be able to do it because Zypher is doing it right here. Oh my god, that is...
Oh, that was close.
Holy crap.
That was really close.
I did not realize how close that was going to be.
Damn. That was insane. That probably came down to who clicked it.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's the other thing with Lockout. You have to make sure that your cursor is, like, on the goal that you're working on.
Right.
So that way,
Yeah.
when you do it, and you're done with it, you need to click it immediately, more than likely.
Yeah.
Unless if you know that your opponent is not even close to it, you need to click it immediately.
Yeah. Bugfish doing a manual DSTA.
Yeah, because he didn't get it. I mean, manual DSTA still saves time, but I personally don't do it, because it's like, honestly, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, the whole point of getting this moon quickly is so that way you don't have to go back into the menu. So, I feel like if you fail it, it's just not worth going for again. But maybe Bugfish is just planning just any percent sand at this point.
Also, the idea of, like, at any time, my muscle memory could just be completely have to be, like, redone, because that's happened.
Right, absolutely.
Literally, there have been Switch software updates that have happened, and, like, menu options get rearranged, and then everyone's just like, well, I guess I gotta relearn this.
Alright. So, Zypher now has 6 goals because he went back to cap. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wait.
This is gonna be close now for checkpoints, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they're racing for checkpoints. Zypher immediately going for it. Very, very smart. Realizing that he just needs to book it out of sand at this point, but also, you know, making sure that he gets one more goal while he does it.
Yeah,
Very
so
smart.
he's going straight for checkpoints. This is probably gonna be
man.
Zypher's goal.
Is he getting Oasis last? Death!
He's going to Oasis, but the death is what caused it.
Why? Oh man, that sucked.
Yeah, that
That's
was
unfortunate.
unintentional. Yeah, so this. Isn't there a checkpoint at the top of this tower as well, though?
There is, but it's a little slow. Okay, yeah, Cypher definitely has that.
Easily. Okay.
Alright. So, that's something. So, Bugfish at this point just... Ah, no, don't go for moon shards in the sand. This is not a goal that's worth it. Because, like, it doesn't really synergize with anything, and it's slow.
I mean, they need 24 total moons, and 26.
That's great, but you can definitely get 24 and 26 without moon shards in the sand.
Fair.
And those are considered, like, 24 and 26 is already considered, like, late game goals for Lockout. So,
Right.
you would not do that on a first visit of sand.
Okay. I mean, I want to update scores, but, like, being in sand right now, there's so many goals being marked, it's, like...
Right.
Hard
Exactly.
to do this correctly.
Yeah, and I want to not break up the commentary too much, but...
Yeah. Especially when it's only for us.
I just updated it anyway, so we're chilling.
Yeah. Except you can't count. Oh, except you can't count. You put Zypher at 6, he's at 7 according to our board right now.
I mean, like, I just changed it to 7.
Okay,
like,
maybe
it just hasn't updated.
Maybe it's just not refreshing for me. Who knows?
Or maybe I just didn't click it, and I thought I did. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Does not matter. Bugfish dying during getting moon shards in the sand.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Moon shards in the sand was not the play here. I feel like they just need to rush out of sand at this point.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I mean, someone in chat saying somebody get 35 purples, it's free. I mean, they're both getting it, but, like, I don't know if they... Yeah,
See,
it's a large time sink.
For Bugfish, it should be very, you know, on his mind to get that, because if he doesn't, it's gonna, you know, not really... I mean, he'll still have the regionals for the 125, but he loses a goal towards his potential win condition.
Yeah. Bugfish getting the viewfinder for captures.
Troy, they're called binoculars.
It's a viewfinder.
I've never, ever heard someone call the binoculars a viewfinder.
I honestly, I just forgot the name for it for a second, so I just, like, my mind went to Viewfinder.
Viewfinder. Oh man. All right.
I mean, that is, I think that is, like, the official name. Like, when you go to, like, a tourist destination, you, like, look through the viewfinder, right?
Wait. Wait. So what Cypher just did? Does that still work? I mean, I know it didn't work for him, but like, is that a thing that you can do to manip the bullet bill? I never seen that before. That's kind of cool.
Hmm.
If that actually works, that's pretty sick.
I know.
Definitely a lockout specific strat, but that's sick. So
Yeah, a different form of a reverse Jaxie.
no, I wasn't even referring to the well, I mean, yeah, it's still technically reverse Jaxie. However, you're skipping the Pillar Moon for some reason. Wait, why did he skip the Pillar? Wait, there was no reason for him to do that. Never mind. Dumb strat. Dumb strat. I take back everything I said. Why did he skip that moon? Like, he needs moons to leave. I don't
The roller
understand why he's...
coaster of this. Agron's gone from honoring Cypher's choices to completely berating them.
Dude, I don't know why you skipped that moon. Both of these guys need to get out of sand.
Yeah.
Like, we're at the point in...
I think they're both trying for the 24 and 26.
But why? I mean, that's a lot of moons, man, and there's some easy stuff that they could grab in, like, Wooded. And if they're going for captures, they can definitely get 18 in Wooded. So that's the other thing with Lockout, you have to make the decision of Lake or Wooded, and that can potentially screw you up. Also, by the way, it's 16, not 18, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
But
Cypher
yeah...
also doing the manual GSTA.
But yeah, they'd be able to grab the Look at One Art, the 5 moons from Nuts, and the 18 and the 16 captures. It's 16, not 18.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm on it being 18. I just wanted it to be 18, apparently.
Also, also look at one hint art.
Yeah.
If they went to Wooded.
I mean, yeah, they'd be able to get that immediately. They could still get that in Lake, but they'd have to beat Ringo.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, like, Lake is usually a reasonable play to just do first, because you know that you can complete it faster. However, if you know Wooded has more viability, you should probably go to Wooded.
Yeah, this is easily a Wooded first right now.
I mean, if you didn't know that your opponent went to Wooded, it might be wise to just go to Lake.
But I think it's... I mean, what was the last goal? I'm gonna look at the chat. When was the last goal that Bugfish marked? 35 regionals.
Yeah.
Wait, no, sorry. Moon shards in the sand. He's going for 35 regionals. I gotta keep in mind the chat delays.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a tricky thing to do when commentating Lockout.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bugfish just staying in sand. I don't agree with this decision.
Yeah, so last moon was moon shards in the sand. Last goal that Cypher saw was moon shards in the sand. So, went to Wooded.
Right.
So, doesn't really know where Bugfish is at this point.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Cypher making the right call and just moving ahead, grabbing some easy goals in the Wooded Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
However, by him marking that, Bugfish now knows that he's in Wooded. Like, there's no way...
Oh, Bugfish is just like, oh, I am definitely going to complete this.
Actually, I could maybe argue that Bugfish could think that he's in the lake, because it has been a while since Cypher's marked a square.
That's true.
So, that actually doesn't give away Cypher's location.
Mm-hmm. It could be either, like, yeah, you're right. That could either be lake or Wooded.
Cypher, we would like to know your location. Getting doxed in SMO has never been easier.
Yeah, 5 moons from Nuts absolutely will do that. We'll tell them where he is, but we're not at that point yet.
Troy, what do you mean? Haven't you ever seen the big nuts in the Lake Kingdom?
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, you know, they're just like OB, hidden completely.
Like
way under the kingdom. You know, Captain Toad's kind of chilling with them.
Yeah. Okay, so Bugfish gonna be finishing up the 26 moons goal.
Anyway. Man, Bugfish really committing to getting sand done. I really do not agree with this choice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, once I feel like there's a a sunk cost fallacy.
In this particular case, I don't think it's going to hurt him because Cypher isn't going for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, don't know, man.
Yeah, Bugfish doing a quick capture check before leaving.
How many captures has Cypher gotten so far? Do we know?
Do not know.
I don't remember him capturing the Big Chomp and Cascade or the Moai and Sand, so he's definitely not going to be able to claim. Well,
Yeah.
he might be able to. If he
I mean,
gets every single one in Wooded, he might be able to claim 16 before Bugfish.
yeah. I don't think Cypher went for the Piranha Plant yet, so.
Then I guess he's just completely ignoring captures.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean,
I
he's
mean,
not.
is a fair play.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
there is only one square regarding it on the whole card, so there's not really too much reason to commit to it.
Yeah.
So... Cypher now at 9. And Bugfish is at 8.
And Bugfish went to Lake first.
That's good, that's good. Wait, was there
Yeah,
any
different
indication
kingdom.
that Cypher was in Wooded? Yeah, he did mark the 5 moons from that, so Bugfish definitely would know where Cypher is. So that makes sense. That was a good move.
Right.
And it still goes towards his plan of just collecting the regional goals on the card, getting this 125 total. So Bugfish does have a few more goals secured than Cypher does. So this is going to be close.
I mean,
Taking a week
they
to
are
think.
actually both currently at 9.
Right, but I'm saying long game wise, Bugfish definitely has captures secured and both of the regional goals secured. So because of this, I actually think Bugfish has the advantage here.
We are also working toward. I didn't realize it until just now. We also are working towards 55 moons total as a potential goal.
Right, and Bugfish definitely has the advantage on that.
Yeah.
So Bugfish probably gonna win. Just based off of the goals that are left between him and Cypher, I think Bugfish has this.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, goes back to what I was saying at the start, how you just can't go and just go right toward goals. You have to look at the big picture and lock out. If you're not looking at the big picture and lock out, you're going to suffer for it later on.
Yeah,
And that's
Bugfish
exactly what is going
that,
to happen to Cypher.
Yeah, Bugfish, I guess, had noticed that a little bit in that they got some.
That was a very interesting way to collect those last 3 regionals.
That
I've
was
never
cool.
seen that before.
That was cool, honestly.
Yeah, that was sick. I agree, that was sick. So yeah, Bugfish making their way around the Lake Kingdom. Also, for those of you guys that do not know how Bugfish plays this game, it might, be very alarming to know how he plays this game at first, but he actually uses the triggers for most of his basic actions.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. I do not understand how that works at all. But hey, whatever works for you. I feel like I'd get like
started as a meme, and then he got used. From what I understand, it started as a meme, and then he got used to it.
That's crazy, dude. Like, the fact that this is his preferred method of playing the game, it just sounds so wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I've commented Bugfish enough on in GSA to learn this. Oh, Cypher!
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, but really have liked to learn this because he uses his inputs as his profile picture in GSA. So it comes up a lot as topic, and so yeah, it really was a meme originally, and then he.
I just realized something. Why is Cypher still in Wooded? Hasn't he collected everything that he could possibly get besides the purchase for souvenirs?
I mean, possibly getting an edge on regionals in this kingdom.
He really needs to snipe that from Bugfish plus the purchase for souvenirs if he has any chance of winning.
I mean, The answer is that Zypher is just doing any percent right now.
But there's no
nothing
reason
past
to go
that.
to Lake. Like,
Yeah,
he's already seen that Bugfish is in Lake.
right.
So, we already know that the 1 moons from Key has been taken, the 25 regionals Lake has been taken. So, what's the goal here? And now the souvenirs are being taken, so it's too late. Cypher's lost.
Yeah, it looks like he's just working through any percent at this point.
Yeah, it's literally too late. There's nothing Cypher can do.
He's just trying to get to Lake.
But there's no reason.
What would be his way to win at this point?
There is no way to win. That's what I'm saying.
I'm a-
It's a lost cause.
Yes, but in the perspective of Cypher, that's why he would be completing it, is because he needs to get to Lake.
But there's no reason to go to Lake now.
So you're suggesting that Cypher should stand still?
No, I'm suggesting he needs to collect a lot of moons to potentially beat Bugfish to the 55 moons total at this point. Because, like, that's the only thing that he can do, and, you know, again, the 125 total, just go towards the big stuff, because, again, maybe also get that purchase for souvenirs. I'm not saying staying in Wooded is a completely bad idea, but he really has no reason to actually stay here. Like, I'm sure there's faster ways to get those things done in the previous kingdoms that he was in, but maybe not.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I was pointing out.
Yeah, I was just kind of confused here. Like, are you saying this is Zypher's lost battle? Like, why? He's gonna keep going.
I mean, it definitely is a lost battle. It's unfortunate, but you know, there is definitely, you know, Bugfish winning this. Like, basically, like there's no way Bugfish loses. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Bugfish currently at 11 out of this kingdom.
Again, Bugfish just looking at the bigger picture, just collecting the captures and stuff. So, Cypher could have actually beaten Bugfish to captures. By going to Wooded first, you get more access to captures. But opted to just not even bother with it, just giving up the square already. Which just wasn't the play.
And yeah, it appears that Zypher is leaving Wooded. Yeah, is going to be leaving Wooded after getting the amount of moons they need. Which is interesting, because, like, yeah, as I can't really see, the lighting makes it really hard to read the total moon count for Zypher.
Oh, yeah.
41. Okay, 41. Okay.
I think that's a 41, yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, the unfortunate reality is Bugfish has him tabbed on pretty much all of the big stuff. Again, like I said, is punishing Zypher for hopping around early on. But again, that could also just be hindsight bias, because in Lockout, there's just so much going on. You have to keep track of your own gameplay, your opponent's decisions, and just in general, keeping tabs on, like, a lot of different goals, especially at the start. I honestly think Lockout takes more focus than Triple Bingo, but that's just me personally.
I can see that.
That's just me personally. And Bugfish has finished. 13 goals have been marked. GG to Bugfish.
Yep, GG.
Yeah, honestly, pretty well played by Bugfish. Realized what he needed to do at the very start to win. Made sure to focus immediately up on those regionals. And, you know, staying in Cascade and Sand wasn't exactly smart decisions, but because of the way Zypher played, it paid off for him.
Yeah. Did Bugfish confirm captures? That's a good question. I mean, we can confirm that very quickly, but that's up to Bugfish to confirm.
Yeah. Hello.
No.
Can you just do one thing for us and just open up your capture menu? We definitely do think you got 16, but we just want to make sure.
I did. I got 16. I have it open right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, stream's just catching up, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Alrighty, so yeah, how do you think that went?
I think it went better than I thought. As soon as I saw the board, I was like, okay, I need to get the purple golds in Cascade as fast as possible.
So, personally, while I was practicing this mode this week, I kind of found, like, Cascade Regionals to be, like, a beginner's trap. But I think in this particular instance, it was okay, because there were 2 of them, and also, not only that, there was also a total regional goal to work for, along with some other regional goals, so I definitely saw that as a potential win condition, and I think you did as well. You just ended up getting more stuff before that happened, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I only played 2 matches yesterday to kind of get into the... Okay,
Right, yeah, that was the other thing that I was gonna ask. Did you put in any practice into this mode beforehand? It's kind of hard because you need another person.
Yeah, I played yesterday with Asakos.
Right. That's
Which
good,
was cool.
that's good.
Yeah. And yesterday, like, he won we also had 2 bots with 2 Cascade purple golds, and he was faster than me both times. And I actually won our second match, but I knew I had some trouble because I didn't get those 2 golds. So. But yeah, if there was only one of them, and I knew it, I probably wouldn't have done it. Hi, Zephyr.
Hello.
Alright, so, Zypher, how much have you prepared for short lockout?
I mean, I did like 3 of them.
Alright.
Very many.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So, you made some pretty interesting decisions. Like I was saying, with lockout, you need to see, like, the bigger picture on the card, because the late game goals will bite you later on if you were thinking about them. So, in terms of, like, the capture, you just, like, gave up that square even though you went to Wooded before Bugfish.
Yeah, I feel like that was actually kind of a mistake, because there's just as many lakes, if not more, that I could get there easily.
Well,
and it's also shorter, and I could have gotten to Wooded potentially before him still. So so I think that's either that or me having 28 regionals and you marked off 30 and 40 marked off 35 and Cascade decided it.
Yeah, maybe. But at the end of the day, I just feel like the thing that killed you the most was backtracking the cap immediately after getting like 1 moon in sand. I just
was confused. I was a bit confused
to do cap on this card.
Yeah, I just saw the I wanted to get the costume set because that's 1 especially is pretty fast, and then
right. But
yeah, 1 crate moon's also pretty fast. I'm like, okay, I could probably get that, then immediately go back to cap and get those 3-4 goals. I don't remember what it was.
Right, but the interesting thing about lockout is you can't just go and go for all the fast goals. Again, you need to look at the big picture and make sure that you're still caught up on your kingdom progression.
Yeah, and that's what killed me in the end, where I was in Wooded for like 7 more minutes, just basically giving up at that point, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because there isn't much that you could do once you know your fate, and that's the unfortunate thing about lockout, at least with, like, triple bingo, you generally have your own board to play and focus on, so it's not really as big of a deal if, you're behind, because you're at least still showing a decent showing. But because lockout, you're all working for, the similar things, kind of, a lost cause once you get to a certain point in the match, which sucks.
I think lockout is, like, way more stressful, but it's also
way more stressful.
It's very punishing, and I think it's also pretty rewarding. Like, risk is like the risk and reward stuff is really
right. Absolutely, and like I've mentioned before, there's also strategies where you can bait your opponents to different kingdoms, but that's very risky because then you're holding your goals, which means that they can get snatched.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that's an ideal strategy, but I'm sure we're just reaching the tip of the iceberg with the lockout meta for SMO. The whole point of this tournament is to showcase other formats, that way we could potentially delve into them later on. And I think this is the start of some very scary lockout meta.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what strategy is.
One thing that
going.
I do need to address is I really wish we did lockout best of 3 instead of best of 1. I just feel like this mode is too inconsistent to reliably determine a matchup based off of one match.
It's
True.
fair enough, but also like best of 3 lockout. If it comes to if you have 3 matches of this in a row, you're gonna die of a heart attack at the end.
Yeah, especially if you get like 3 40-minute matches in a row because they're all really close. That's like
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
like 3 hours. Was it 3? I don't even know. It's
Yeah,
like
true.
almost 3 hours of just playing SMO. Like, especially
Yeah,
when
I
you're
know. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, who
Yeah,
could
I
never
know.
do such a
Who does
thing?
that? Who does that? You know, I mean, like, heck, you know, I mean, like, Bugfish and I are pretty good darker runners, and, like, honestly, who does that?
Yeah, it's crazy. What?
I'm definitely not gonna do a darker run today. There's no way I would do that, right?
Why would I ever commit 3 hours to SMO? Just play, like, 3 bingos in a row, or, you know, do a darker attempt or two. It's like, yeah,
Ridiculous.
why would I ever
It
commit
sounds
that much
insane.
time?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's like with lockout, it's stressful. I don't think I.
Oh yeah, it is very stressful. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this mode as much as I thought I did. Because, like, I remember it being pretty fun when Arrow hosted a small tourney back in 2018, because that was the only bit of short lockout I did, but I think I just really sucked at the game back
yeah,
then.
we all sucked
Really
at the game
had
back then.
as big of an impression on it, and also it was a really small tournament. There were only, like, 8 participants, so... It just,
Yeah.
you know, didn't really fully showcase what this was capable of.
Right.
I think for me it's actually the opposite. I thought it was like this was a terrible idea. Like lockout is a terrible idea for SMO because it's a pretty linear game in terms
It
of progression.
kind of is. The thing
I
is,
mean,
I don't think Lockout was meant for SMO.
Yeah, it's
I
more for
still
open world
not.
games, but it works better for this game than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I still see the potential, and I think it's just the fact that it hasn't been developed enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it hasn't been developed enough, we're just seeing some, I wouldn't say upsets in this stage of the tourney, but there's definitely, you know, still potential for, you know, major upsets. So,
Yeah. I have to ask
just
because I'm
because of how
unfamiliar with
volatile
stuff.
this is.
I have
Yeah.
to ask because I'm unfamiliar with stuff. Bugfish, what is this route for?
What?
I think he's just messing around.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
It looks like practiced enough that this could be a route, so I was confused.
No.
I didn't get any moons. I don't know.
You didn't get any moons, but you're like doing movement that looks like it could be for something.
And this is like, I guess like FRS, but this is not. If I would practice stuff, I would practice stuff for Darker, and this is not a like FRS.
And
with
the
this
moon
method
from on
is not
top
Darker.
of the jump from on top of the nut to the rotating windmill area.
Yeah, so I was actually talking to BP about that. Like, why would you ever do that? And then he mentioned that after you beat Spirit, you could use it to get to SPT early. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, is cool, but also, why? I mean, I guess
After Spirit, you can't really get to this area fast.
I guess it could be useful for some sort of 10 nuts with Spirit variation, but I'm gonna be honest,
Man, don't you
when
get
you told
10
me that,
nuts
I
now?
was like, okay, and who cares?
Yeah, 10 nuts is tree route. Just to
Yeah.
tree route with Spirit at the end.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing some weird like world peace wood and
I'm
stuff.
already
then I
thinking
don't
about
think
an
that would be
upcoming
useful.
loss. Look, Neo, I'm just saying that upsets can happen in this round due to the volatility of this mode.
What did Neo say?
I literally just said what he said.
I didn't hear.
Agron already thinking about his upcoming loss.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Because I still have to play Mulan tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that in the on the challenge page. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, this match was, you know, still kind of important to me because, you know, if I beat Mulan, I'm facing you. So
Yeah.
That is true.
So I was talking about it earlier about how losing a round ends up resulting in you having to play the same format in the next round.
yeah.
And in some cases that sounds like a blessing of like redemption, but with you not liking this format, that could be a punishment.
I'm glad.
Losers
I'm glad I
four
don't
still anti though.
Losers 4 is anti. But wait, is it?
I thought it was.
So the
No, losers fours. I think losers fours.
Pretty sure if I looked at the bracket correctly, I go to losers 4 now.
Right.
Yeah,
but-
because
right,
loser
right.
of our match.
The losers haven't played walkout matches yet, so
Yeah.
you'll be
Yeah,
doing
losers,
walkout.
Losers
losers
3
fours
is walkout.
anti.
Is it?
Losers fours
Am I
anti.
just stupid.
Normal anti.
Wait, so did
Yeah, I
we?
play
wait,
either
wait,
the winner
wait,
of
wait,
Cheese
wait,
James
so
or
did we?
Brisket.
Wait, so did we just skip walkout for losers?
No, losers 3 is
Hasn't happened
supposed to
yet.
be lockout.
Oh, losers 3 hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Wait.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, God.
You're still
Wait,
on
that's
losers
so
2, yeah.
confusing. That's so confusing. Okay.
Yeah. Right now we are on losers T and losers 2 and winners 3. I can't speak. And
Yes.
they both have the same deadline of tomorrow.
LB is just always 1 week behind. Okay. I'm silly. Alright, well, yeah, GG's to both of you guys. It was a good showing.
Yeah, GG's FO.
Yeah, I had fun.
Any other closing thoughts on the match?
Yeah, thank you guys for commentating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, one thing I want to point out, if I skipped the Story Moon and Cascade, I would have gotten 30 and 35 regionals before Bugfish.
Right, so I was actually talking about that, like, you know, first moon skip kind of being a viable strategy in lockout. So,
Did you skip it or did you not skip it?
I didn't skip it, but I was thinking about it, then I just went to the moon, I'm like, well, I don't know, I guess I did.
I've completely forgot that's an option. That's
Wait,
something you could do.
I
guys-
just went into the moon, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, the moon's right there, I might as well grab it.
Magnetized. It's like, oh no, I'm getting pulled in.
I
No, but
didn't-
yeah.
me being me and my limited knowledge, I did not realize First Moon Skip's still a thing in 1.3.
Troy, I
You
was
can-
literally talking about it at the start of the match.
Oh,
You can do the skip, you just can't do the boss fight.
okay.
I was literally talking about it at the start of the match.
And yeah, but one thing that definitely like I wasn't sure if I should go to Lake or Wooded first, but you marked like 5 moves from nuts right right before I was.
I thought that hint art would have given it away. Well, I guess I technically could have gotten
The
it.
hint art, yeah, I thought I didn't even think of hint art in Wooded. I was like, oh yeah, you can do hint art there too. And then you picked then you not cleared, marked 5 moons from nuts, and then I was like, okay, I need to go to lake to get pills first and also the key moon.
I see. So, yeah, with in mind, I've been Awesome Agron.
I've been Troy of Athens.
Alrighty, and yeah, you guys know what to do. Follow SpeedGaming, follow the runners, follow me or Troy if you'd like, and there will be more bingo action throughout the upcoming week. Yeah, so winners will be playing Anti, which is very exciting. I'm actually really excited for the Anti round, and the losers will be playing Short Lockout. So,
Wait, Agron, if you win and we play and I'm terrified.
Wait, yeah, and now me learning more things. If you enter the arena from the back, it doesn't trigger it.
No, that's only because I didn't get the plant moon.
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what is
Yeah.
going on? Okay, sorry.
So, yeah, Bugfish, interesting you mentioned that, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty terrified about Anti against you, even though, I realize that Anti is actually, pretty fun.
It can be fun. I remember doing it once with Asakos, and we both picked a line for each other that was like not good, but it wasn't the worst line. And like during the match, we realized that there was one that was far worse, and both of us didn't pick it. But if we picked it, like, the other person would have just actually screamed.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, there's definitely a bit of technical knowledge of Anti, but, I'll leave that for the Anti rounds. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been fun.